Are you looking to get to your finish line, financially speaking? Join us in this Finish Line Series 13.1, where we are creating wealth 1 mile at a time. The Finish Line Series is a 13.1 financial challenge that requires commitment, focus, discipline, and sacrifice, much like a physical half a marathon. In this series, you are looking at the end result, which might get you a little closer to financial freedom. This is not a quick fix. To reach the finish line, it is a steady pace, 1 mile at a time. I am Coach Kim, and welcome. Last week, we talked about mile one. You can catch that in our series, it will be dropped below. Why? Why do you even want to become free? Why do you want to sacrifice? That is an individual choice, decision you really need to look in and find out why. This week, we are going to move into mile two, and we are going to be talking about understanding your vision. Without a vision, you might be going in circles in the wrong direction. When we look at vision, vision involves a clear image of your future, including perhaps paying off your house, eliminating debt, ensuring your kids' college education. How about that dream vacation? And financial freedom in retirement. The vision serves for you a motivating force. It kind of pushes you out of where you are to look beyond your situation. It gives you direction and action, and it helps you to make decisions. Like, if I'm going to buy this purchase, how far is that going to put me behind in my goal that I'm going to look at? When we are looking at visions, we need to have milestones, checkpoints on your journey. I remember when I was going to pay off my house, I put a plan together. I took a piece of paper and I folded it into probably at that time 12 boxes because my vision was to pay it off within 12 months. And I put a goal in the box, and every time I reached that goal, I would get I believe at that time I actually had a crayon, and I would just mark it off. Okay, I'm one step closer. And let me tell you, that one step closer, because I was determined and I was focused, and I again knew my why, and I had a vision cast before me, I was able to complete that at in under the time that I had allotted. So that's why it's so important to have a plan, to write it down, to check it off, because each mile was going by miles, or each block that it represents is going to help you to develop yourself as you are moving forward. And think about this: when you are in a mile or running a mile, is actually you have 1/10 of a mile before you get to the finish. So let me just share with you what that might look like. In the first 1/10 of that mile, you might have to make some adjustments. You might have to acknowledge what is really necessary along the way. Maybe you stop buying coffee out and you do it for whatever your goal is, and maybe you'll start back up again, or maybe you won't after you reach that goal. The next 1/10 of a mile, you have to believe. You have to believe that you can do this. That is so important, because when you believe it, you get others to join in with you. They're going to be rooting for you too. Not all the time, but most of the time, you're going to have those in your circle. They're going to say, come on, let's go. And I remember when I reached that particular goal, then others began to say, oh, I can do this too. So I have some other people in my circle that became their goal, and they made it. So we got to celebrate together. The next 1/10 of a mile, you got to have confidence. And what does confidence look like? It might look like for you making small steps. Yes, and making more steps. Small steps get you to big results. That gives you the confidence to stay motivated and to overcome even any challenges that perhaps might come in the way. The next 1/10 of that mile that we're on, mile 2, is determination. You have to be determined. And you have to remind yourself again, obstacles, they might come, but you be determined to press through and to move on to your next. Think about your actions. That's the next part when it comes to running this mile. What actions are you willing to take? What is going to contribute to your success? That's something that you really need to think about. What's going to get you to your end goal in your vision? The next thing, you have to stay focused. Yes, you have to stay focused. There is so many things that would like to take us off our track. Of course, I'm a runner. So when you think about being focused, you are looking forward. You're not turning and looking back, because when you're looking back, you're actually losing ground. Remember that. When you're looking back, you're actually losing ground. You need to stay focused and see your finish line and celebrate. 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 I know I mentioned that before, but I want you to celebrate. And again, it could be small, it could be big. Celebrate so you'll be ready to move on to your next, whatever that next goal is. So you can continue and continue and continue and move forward. When you are thinking about this, it's just like a roadmap. Roadmap for your success as you move forward, as you believe, and as you build your confidence, and as you stay in that determination and stay focused. So while you're on this mile 2, please write down your vision. And don't be afraid to share it with some people. And when I say some, you should know who to share your vision with, because everybody's not going to be for you. But those that are for you, man, come on. They're going to help push you forward. They're going to say, remember the goal that you have before you. So I thank you. And I hope that you hear me today. Write that vision down and share it. Put it on your wall, whatever you have to do. Don't just keep it inside your phone or on your laptop, because sometimes that stuff gets lost in the shuffle. Put it before you so you can see it and you could obtain your goal that you're looking for. So if you found any value in this video today, and actually is audio, like, comment, and share. Look forward to seeing you on mile 3.